This is something I've never done before. Never. Not a crossover this big. The only time I did this was during the Flash Arrow crossover event that happened last year. This time, it's even bigger. Hello everyone, NegaMedNG here, and today we have our review of the first of 4 parts of the Heroes vs. Aliens crossover event. However, truthfully, this episode just serves as a starting point. A starting point that sets things up in the next part, which I will be reviewing tomorrow. Here are my thoughts on this week's episode, Medusa, which is Heroes vs. Aliens crossover part 1. The main plot is that it's Thanksgiving in National City. However, things get really scary when an epidemic kills aliens. Like they were in a bar and they end up dying due to some weird guy. Mon-El, aka Mike, gets infected, and it's up to Kara, along with her team and the DEO, to not only find a cure, but also stop Cadmus, who are basically the main big bads for this season. And all the while, mysterious portals start showing up whenever Supergirl is around. Those portals are going to be having to do with what's happening tomorrow in The Flash. Yeah, I am going to admit right here, I've never seen Supergirl. I've never seen the show. Originally, it was on CBS for season 1, but when they got a second season, it was moved to the CW, and it ultimately helped set up the crossover event. But I will say this episode was very good. I actually liked it. It's a bit different from Flash, Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow because we have Supergirl, of course. Not to mention, all the characters are very likable here. There's a bit of action, emotion. The action especially when it has to do with Supergirl taking on villains like Cyborg Superman. And yes, they did a pretty good job with how Cyborg Superman looks. He's not like a robot Superman with a costume. He's just a guy with clothes and he hides it. And he has a cyborg-like eye, which reminds me of Cyborg from the Teen Titans. It was pretty awesome. It was pretty well done, and I really like the character dynamics that we have here. Very solid, very good. But as a crossover episode itself, it was a bit weak because we don't actually get to see the stuff happening until the very end of the episode. What I do like about it is that now, yeah, like I said, I've never seen the show, so if you see me speaking things that are different, you know why. Basically, I loved it, and one of my favorite moments was, well, Alex was revealed to be a lesbian, and it was revealed in the episode, but she didn't want to, spoil it out. She didn't want to, have everyone blab it out or something like that. She wanted to wait for the right time. And she did. She did when she talked with her mother, who, ironically, the actress who plays her, she's the same actress who played Supergirl in the Supergirl movie. Yeah, that's pretty awesome to say the least. I love that. That's making me going to binge watch the rest of Supergirl, season 1 and go on. I really did like it, and the reveal was just very heartwarming, very emotional. Especially at the end when, yes, Alex is a lesbian and she shares a passionate kiss with Maggie, which to me made me say, all right, I like it. I really do like it a lot. The villains were also good, especially Lillian and her mother, Lena Luthor. But something about how Lena behaves makes me say this. Once a Luthor, always a Luthor. And it's no surprise here that Lena is just absolutely sinister. But I give kudos to Lillian. Lillian actually is her own Luthor in her own right. She's not going to be like her mother or her father. She wants to be herself. And that made things pretty good, especially when she did help save the day. And save all the aliens that lived in National City. It was very good, very solid. I do also like that Supergirl also brings us John Johns, aka the Martian Manhunter. But he takes up a disguise as the form of Hank Henshaw. As in the one that, well, you know John Johns can change forms, right? And he assumed the human form to help out the team. And the real Hank Henshaw, a.k.a. Cyborg Superman, was a dangerous threat. Very dangerous. He put up a tough fight against Supergirl. And John Johns, the Martian Manhunter. Oh, man. That was pretty solid. I liked it. So, I don't really have much else because I have very limited experience with the show. But after this, it's going to make me binge watch all of season 1, just so that way I can get an idea of the characters, the world, and how different it is from the other shows like The Flash, Arrow, and Legends. And yes, Supergirl did a crossover episode with The Flash, and I wonder if it meant that would set things up for next season. And it did. I really am going to look forward to watching it big time. And yes, all of season 1 Supergirl is on Netflix, so if you haven't watched it, make sure you get a chance. I give this episode an 8.5 out of 10. It's a very solid, Very good episode, and it was also a good way to help set things up for the crossover that's happening in part 2. I don't have much else to say here other than I recommend watching this episode if you want to get a good idea. It has good action, good character development especially, and some good emotional moments. Especially with the lesbian scene between Maggie and Alex. It's just kind of cute. I loved it. I apologize if it isn't much of a review because, let's face it, I've never watched the show like I said, but I will now after this. So, tomorrow we will be continuing the Heroes vs. Aliens crossover with Part 2, aka Season 3, Episode 8, Invasion. It's going to be a heck of a ride, I'll tell you that. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. It really does mean a lot to me. And I will see you guys tomorrow for when we do basically the 3-part Invasion crossover. That's where the main meat of it comes along. I hope you guys look forward to that. And also, I do want to thank everybody who took the time to watch my videos this month. It really does mean a lot to me. Thank you all very much. And that's it. This is Mega Man NJ signing off. Peace out. See you tomorrow for when we meet again with Part 2 of the Heroes vs. Aliens crossover event, Invasion.